Hey y'all, hey, it is C with C, and thanks for coming to chat with me. It feels like it's been a long time, y'all. We haven't had a meetup in a bit, but welcome to the Monday meetup. And for those of you who may be new here, this is basically my opportunity, or this is when I basically decide that I'm gonna. We only meet up when, like long day. We only meet up whenever we're about to go travel. So yeah, I usually host the Monday meetup on the Monday before I travel. So thanks for coming in. Usually we do the meetup at 6 o'clock, but some of you may know. I don't know. Some of you may not know. I teach at a local university on Monday evenings now. So this 8:30 time slot has been our new time, but I'm actually trying it out because the last time y'all came in here, or last time we did this, it was really good. So getting into some of the comments. Hey, Kristen. Kristen saying, hey, seeing everyone in the chat. Welcome in, Kristen. We're taking attendance. So Kristen is here first. And again, this is my name is Carlene. This is my channel, C with C. How is the volume, y'all? I have the mic turned a little bit away from me. Is it too loud? Is it too? And I'm also trying to get used to this whole new mic situation. I didn't want y'all to see the fuzzy. See, like I didn't want y'all last time y'all got to see the fuzzy that helps the P's and the T's and anything that pops. So I'm moving it a little this way, even though that's not how you're supposed to hold the mic. It's supposed to be the opposite way. But Janelle says volume's good. Cool beans. All right, we're taking attendance. Are you ready? This is your opportunity. In case I win the lottery, I can see who I'm gonna split my my winnings with. Let's see who we got in the chat. Kristen says, hey. Miss Vicky says, okay, leg popped up. Hey, Miss Vicky in the profile picture. She says, hey, Carlene, calling my government name. I'm okay with that. Hi, Miss Vicky. Welcome in. And we got to congrats, Miss Vicky, y'all. Now, Miss Vicky, are you planning your channel or you relaunch your channel? Go follow Miss Vicky, y'all. She is about to relaunch some of her content. And as you all know, Miss Vicky, the lady who likes to travel too. So she's about to be releasing some fire. Hey, Desiree, girl. That was one of my Sisterhood at Sea sisters. Good to see you here. Janelle says, hey. I was like, highway. Hey, Janelle, girl. I look, charge it to the head and not the heart. Nicole. Hi, Nicole Charnel. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Oh, y'all are early. I love the timely saints. All right. Phil and D's travel spree. Everybody, Phil and D have checked in to Melanin SC 2.0. Don't you worry. We have shamed them enough. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go, Phil. But yes, y'all know I love a timely check-in for a cruise. I want the earliest boarding time, even though I know I'm gonna get in there and sit. I need to probably try 2 o'clock boarding, but I'm gonna be there 11:30 on the deck. Now I want y'all to excuse me. This eye right here has been jumping all day. I don't know if I drink too much coffee or what, but if you see me like start to tug at this eye, it's I don't know if it's tired or what. It got enough rest, but this eye is trying to do its own thing. Cruising Capers. Good evening. Hey, Cruising Capers in the sea. Excuse me. See y'all. See, I ate popcorn before coming on. Hold on. That popcorn was trying to get me for talking about that eye. Hey, Cruising Capers, thanks for coming in. Jaretha Parker's in the building, and Sig is saying, hey, Sig. Everybody, Sig has a new name. And see, I love a good branding moment. Sig is now Sig the Solo Cruiser, which I think fits her so well. Very catchy. So shout out to Sig for the catchy rebranding. Volume is great, and Janelle is saying volume is great. Alrighty, y'all. So yeah, if you are new here, my name is Carlene. This is my channel is COC. This is the Monday meetup where if we are meeting up, it means we're about to travel. And y'all, I know we don't meet up until I travel, but travel season is upon us. It is here. Like we have, we're gonna be going hard from basically now until the middle of December. So make sure y'all hit that notification bell because we're basically gonna be meeting up almost every Monday for a bit, maybe one every other Monday, because we got some bangers, we got some trips lined up, baby. So yeah, let me see. The last time, who else here? Phil and D says you're good. Thank y'all for the sound check. I don't like to be raggedy in the sounding streets. So yeah, let's see. I feel like it's been so long. Y'all don't understand. Like I was about to go live a couple Sundays ago. When Addie and Terry went to go get their turkey leg, I was like, I need a live. Like I've been itching for a really good live. So shout out to some of y'all for hosting lives, but I was like, it's been so long. So I was gonna wait until my next cruise to go live. But I was like, I'm gonna go live anyway. So we'll talk about what this actually we go now. The next trip we're gonna do is we're going to homecoming, y'all. So we're gonna talk about that. I'll give you also a preview of our upcoming some cruises. But we're gonna start with some channel updates. So yeah, since I last saw y'all, the last time I saw y'all was August 28th. And I was getting ready to go on Sisterhood at Sea. Shout out if where is Sisterhood at Sea? Any ladies in the chat? If you are a sassy lady of Sisterhood at Sea, drop a little red heart in the chat for us so we can see. It was about 40 of us. We had a time on Virgin Voyages. I am completely sold on Virgin Voyages. I will say it don't sneak up over my girl Carnival now. I'm gonna be loyal to my girl Carnival. I'm sorry. But because Carnival is my roots, I'm a very loyal person. So that was my first cruise ever. And I think Carnival gets the cousins. So but I'll try them all. And what you all will see in this next November-ish, we are trying a whole lot of cruise lines, and you all are going to come right along with me. So yeah, last time I saw y'all was November 28th, which was at Sisterhood at Sea. And we were getting ready to travel with about 40 lovely ladies on Virgin Voyage Scarlet Lady. And it was a lot of our first time on voyage on Virgin. So that was awesome. Who we got in the chat? And y'all, this kind of live, I like y'all got to talk with me. I don't want to just talk to you. We're going to do this together. So yeah, as you have thoughts about anything I'm talking about, if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer that from a solo perspective. Been over to 32 countries, so I can talk a little bit about travel now. Your YFC, I'm taking attendance. YFC says they present for the lottery giveaway. Whenever I hit the lottery, they gonna be in the number. And they said, hey, see in the chat. YFC, y'all just got off of Disney and they launched their first Disney vlog last Friday. They got the Wish. And I will say, I love the magic of Disney. Now, Disney Cruise Line, I'm going to try it again. Not my worst experience, but I didn't feel like, I think I got to try Disney Solo to get a real feel of it. And it was only like a 3-day quick cruise on the Wish. But YFC kind of caught the magic of being a Disney adult on Disney Cruise Line. So go to their vlog last Friday, and they have a whole series coming out on the Wish, and you can just feel it. You can feel it, the magic there. So thank you, YFC, for being here. MH Family Adventures is here in the chat saying hello. Hello, MH Family Adventures. If you all are into cruising, follow them. They just have a series on Princess Cruise Lines. So if you're interested in seeing what Princess is like, tap in right there at your My Cruising Family. Apparently I'm married now. Kevin Hill says hello, beautiful. Hey, Ken Hill. And who else we got? Go Vic Adventure says she's about to relaunch. So yes, you can start following Miss Vicky. She's going to relaunch. So tap in so that you can be there when she releases that great content. But yeah, since the Sisterhood at Sea, about Sisterhood at Sea, all those vlogs for me are out now. So yeah, I that Virgin Voyage, I ended up with so much content from Virgin, and not just to like inundate y'all with content. I mean, a piece of it was because I was trying to get us from August to now. But literally it was so many like Instagrammable moments. So if you're on Instagram, I dropped some reels there. If you are here on YouTube, I dropped everything from shorts, etc. So I had a good old time on Virgin. Happy to elaborate more, but I think a lot of y'all saw some of the good old Virgin content. Since I also Phil and D are laughing, and Keisha H is saying, hey, see, good Monday evening. Yes, good Monday evening. I hope you all had a good start to your week. I know I had a really great start to the week, especially when you walk in your passion and your purpose. I had a good old day at work today at both of my jobs, and now I'm on my third job, I guess, talking to y'all. Y'all on a job. This is just fun to do. But yeah, since our last Monday meetup, thank you all. We hit the goal of 1,500 subs for the year. Woo-hoo. So I told y'all I'm not gonna beg y'all for nothing else. I'm not gonna beg y'all for another like. I'm not gonna beg y'all for another subscribe, a share, anything. I'm just gonna be grateful that we got to this moment. And in January, we'll reassess like what the channel goals are. I'm starting to, meditate, get a couple hunches about what I want to do with the channel, where I'm trying to take it, where I want to go. I already have my January goals listed out, which I think is going to be heavy on Royal next year. I booked all of my 2024. So if any of you friends have a group cruise, I probably won't be on it unless I already booked. I think I booked 2 group cruises for next year, and I think I'm gonna have to cap it at those 2 because my goal is to get on all of the Royal big ships, or at least the Oasis class ships. I need y'all to put some good vibes in the air for that good old icon girl for me. But if it's meant for me to be on there, we're gonna be on there, okay? So let's see who else we got in the chat. Marilyn Tibbs is saying hello to everyone. Keisha H is in the building saying hello, chat family and friends. Keisha is the official welcoming committee, everybody, but she also has a channel, so make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and follow her. And Gina's World is saying, hey, C. So yeah, hopefully, what do y'all think about this Monday meetup time of 8:30 versus usually I do 6 o'clock. But the last time we did this, it went pretty well. And then, good turnout tonight. So I'm debating if once I'm done teaching on Mondays, if I will go back to the 6 o'clock spot, or if we should keep the meetup on 8:30. Sig is saying, yes, it's time to travel, right, Sig? If we're having a meetup, it's time to travel. And I'll be making that announcement really quickly or soon. Who else we got? Just a couple more channel updates. Going to be trying to come to y'all every Tuesday and Thursday, dropping some videos. We're going to pray about this Thursday because, again, we about to be traveling. But yeah, since I last saw y'all, I released the Great Florida Road Trip, where y'all get to see some of the Florida action, some of my Florida friends, and I got to go to Epcot Food and Wine. Right after that, which was really well received, y'all got to see my mama, and that was actually a throwback that was out of the loop. I filmed the video with my mom and I, the Disney Adults one. That was from October 2022, and I just could not figure out. I had so many great cruises right after that when I couldn't figure out where to put it in. So I basically wanted to get that out there. So y'all got to see my mom. Y'all got to see her traveling with me. And then y'all got the whole Virgin series. So so who else we got in the chat? Kelly Angel Tony is saying hello. I'll be able to meet Kelly in person on 2.0 very soon. Gina's World is saying I'm getting the packing. See, yeah, hopefully I'll run my mouth. Y'all pack. Only thing I got to do was wash my clothes this weekend. I need to pack, and I'm gonna have to pack very strategically because when of course this week is kind of easy, but when we start cruising, I'm gonna have to figure out how to pack so that I can either get my stuff washed on the cruise line or something, because it's literally back to back, and it'll be my first side to side. That's a preview. So Sig is saying, wow, the last meetup was August. Yes, Sig, time is flying. The last meetup was right before Sisterhood at Sea. And so like people are asking, when I do meetups, I don't go live every Monday. I just go live when I'm about to travel, the Monday before I'm about to go travel. So we're going live because I'm about to travel. So anywho, so let's talk about oh Lord, I should not have ate. I ate, I'm gonna show y'all what I got over here. Do not recommend, no branding, no marketing, that eating that prior to going live. Let's see. So yes, some ladies of Sisterhood I see are hitting the love button. Good to see you, Desiree and Janelle. They were both one of the ladies, or a couple ladies on Sisterhood at Sea. I got to be Desiree's probably the first person I met, the first new person, because Kristen was staying at my hotel, and I previously met Kristen on Melanin at Sea. And then Desiree met us at the Mojito place, which that Mojito place has me in a chokehold. Highly recommend the Miami Mojito Company in the Wynwood district. And you don't have to just get mojitos. They also do margaritas. and they're different flavors. So that was a good old time. It was raining like cats and dogs, but we made it do what it do. And Miss Janelle, suns out, buns out is a summary of Miss Janelle. Good to see y'all here. Keisha H is saying hey to everybody. Who else we got? Philly D is saying hey. Tripping with Jay and Michelle are in the building. Yes, and Tripping with Jay, Dre, and Michelle need to slow down are basically how I am staying fit between these cruises. If you are interested in fitness, tap into their Facebook community. They are doing a lot of movement, being a circle of folks who are supporting one another as we try to make healthier choices. So welcome in. I'm so glad to see y'all in the chat, and they're about to start a live sooner or later. They got the backdrop, the setting is all ready. So looking forward to that. I don't know about y'all, but when y'all go live, I love just listening to folks. I'm listening to folks. I'm washing dishes. I'm folding clothes. I'm talking to y'all in the chat. So the more lives, the merrier. Bring them on. So Kristen says, our girl Carnival is going to have to step it up after that Virgin cruise. Kristen, are you leaving Carnival's side? Well, I will say, in this next round of cruises that are about to be, it's not wave season, but for some reason I'm heavy on travel, usually around like this time of year. Like I think you get some really good deals around like November. I know you get your January, February, which is the true wave season. But the last couple of years, I've been getting really good deals like late September, October. So for some reason, like I'll usually have a pause and then a bunch of my cruises will pop up towards the end of the year. So I got like 4 cruises between now and the middle of December. But Kristen's saying our girl Carnival is going to have to step it up. Oh, okay. I appreciate what Virgin was giving for sure. I think I also appreciate some of the elements of Carnival. Whereas I think Virgin does craft food, but Carnival be having me full. But I will say it's an interesting mix of, I've never partied so hard, but also felt so rested on a Virgin. So I will say, I think they're my number 2 cruise line, just because again, me being a super loyal person, I know Virgin probably exceeds Carnival in like the quality of some of the products, but like my first cruise in 1996 was Carnival, so I'm a stick beside her. But Virgin's number 2. Kelly is saying hey to Phil and D. Oh, okay, good one. Ife or Ife 11 says, have you been to Oahu? Moving there this weekend. Now you got me. I have not been to Hawaii. And actually, Ife, it's interesting that you bring that up. I want to do more travel in the States. So like I've been to 32 countries and I think I've been to like 25 states. And I want to, or am I lingering? I can't remember. I have the app. I think it's 25 states. I want to like get my states up. One of my goals is I would love to like drive across country. This is something I've been saying since the pandemic. I don't know if I'm allowed to say pandemic live, but since the thing happened, I want to drive across country and fly back. I've had a group of friends who did it one time, way back. And they basically recommended doing it around a theme. So like if you drive across country, they did ice cream shops and barbecue places until they got to California, from DC area to California. But anyway, I'm going around the circles to basically say I have not been to Hawaii yet. Hawaii is a goal. I actually was looking at, and I'm debating if I would fly into Hawaii or cruise. I saw a really good Disney cruise for like 9 days. That's not too bad, but I have not visited Hawaii. However, I can't remember all the islands, but I just know I want to go to Pearl Harbor and cry. That's like one of my life goals, of just like going to the Pearl Harbor memorial and just like, I'm a very emotional person. It was funny because today in class, I was like crying in front of the kids because we were talking about self-care. I was like, they're gonna think I'm crazy. It's fine. But no, I really feel like some reason I want to go to, but I have not been to Oahu. Congratulations on your move. Best wishes on your move. Is it a business move? Is it a personal move? Are you military? Tell us more. And why Oahu? I mean, how long are you gonna be there? Like, is it a permanent move? If it's a temporary? I got questions. Talk back, Ife. Feeling decent. Oh, look, Virgin so much that like this today's drink cup is sponsored to you. Not really, I paid for it by Virgin Voyages. Cheers. Phil D says Kelly, or Phil D says Kelly, can't wait to meet you soon. Yes, Kelly will be on Melon C 2.0. Romer saying hello, everyone. Hey, Romer, welcome back. Good to see you. Kelly is counting down 26 days and counting before 2.0. Phil and D or Triple J were still speaking. We got our first question of the night. Hey, Miss Vicky. So let me take a sip and see. Question: was there a lot to do on Virgin during the day? I'll be on Mass 2.5 on Valiant Lady in February. Well, shout out to you for being on Mass 2.5 in February. I've tossed my hat in the ring for the free cruise that Rich and Jazz are giving away on their channel. So, but to answer your question, it's interesting, Miss Vicky. I'm gonna give you two answers because I'm a Gemini and distracted. The first one is I plan on getting back on Virgin very soon. Actually, I'll give y'all a sneak peek. In the cadre of 4 cruises between now and December or mid-December, Virgin is one of them. And I'm specifically going on Virgin solo because I want to experience it solo. Because it was kind of hard to, with the group cruise, kind of like determine, am I having fun because I have like this great group of women that some of them I know, some of them I don't know. And we're going to like basically how Addie and Terry had it set up was like the morning was free. There was usually like a brunch in the middle of the day. And then we had like our dinner reservations. And then of course, all the evening activities kick up. It was kind of hard to see with being in the group what the activities were during the day. However, I was able to get to a couple activities. It felt like summer camp, like adult summer camp. And so a couple of the day activities I was able to do before like meeting up with the group. There was like this what was it called? Color by numbers. So they have some of I don't know. This channel that I do a lot of cruising, but I'm basically trying to travel base. Anybody who might be new here, sorry, I'm bad at introducing myself. But they did a color by number. So I'm sorry. Virgin does like a cast of people who are all responsible for their niche. It's almost like being on YouTube. So like there's a person who does art. There's a person who's dedicated to solo travelers and person dedicated to food called the foodie. And then there's a charmer called who does magic tricks. And then there's the diva who does a lot of hosting. There's all these different characters that host different events throughout the day. So all that to say, I went to I can't remember what the artist person is called, but like she hosted like a morning kind of session where there was a big I got my morning coffee and like I walked over and there's like a big canvas, black and white canvas, and you could just like color. And I felt like that was very soothing. Then one morning I walked past, a group was doing like a puzzle and then like games. So then one afternoon, there's always like live music and like, so like there was like, what is it? What the people? There's a Latin band, there's acoustic band. So like you get to lay out, sip at the bar, and you're like listening to music. Which some of the cruise lines, I don't think they do a good variety of music throughout the day, where I think Virgin did a good job of like a lot of places save their Latin bands for the evening. Whereas Virgin might put out their Latin band in the middle of the day, or they might put out their acoustic guitar in the middle of the day versus saving a lot of the musical acts for the evening. But all that to say, and during the day, it's a lot of food. I feel like it's a lot of eating and drinking. When I went, there was the festival at Sea or Sips and Bubble. I can't remember what it's called, but that was like you would go to these little private events that have like different little tasting options. So, anywho, hope that answers your question. But Miss Vicky, I will say I didn't get a good gauge because I was with the group, and our group did a lot of brunches. And then us being the lovely ladies we would start talking, and next thing you know, it's like, oh shoot, time to get ready for dinner. So I think we missed a lot of the activities because we were so engaged. But between now and the middle of December, the girl will be back on Virgin. I'm going solo, and I'll get to test out like the activities. My goal is to go see like, will I have fun on Virgin Voyages as a solo cruiser? So I hope that answers your question, Miss Vicky. Thank you for so much for that wonderful, thoughtful question. And yeah, you probably seen the blogs. I don't show too many activities outside of like listening to the DJ, listening to live music. That was because I was mostly with Sisterhood at Sea. So stay tuned. You should be getting some solo cruise vlogs for me about Virgin Voyages. Who else we got? Keisha is saying, hey, Sig, Gina's world is like party. Okay, thank you, Janelle, for the help. See, we talk to each other and with each other. Janelle was actually, I will say, Janelle was very like regimented. Like Janelle had a list of what she wanted to do and where she wanted to be. I chose often to sleep in. I went to go get a manicure. Janelle was hitting up the activities. So Janelle is responding. Thank you, Janelle, for that response. Janelle says, yes, there's a lot to do. There's the workouts, there's spa, there's classes, a lot of bottomless brunches. So it's like bottomless brunches, like I felt at home because DC is known to be one of the brunch capitals of the world, even though I think we're losing our title a little bit. Don't tell nobody. But yeah, if you're up in the morning to do like workouts, I did one of my mornings, I didn't do a lot of activities because I was like, I'm going to get a nail appointment on this cruise ship. Something that I've been encountering at home. I don't know about y'all, but it's hard to find a good nail girl. I had a stint of people like cutting my cuticles and like my nail experience not being good. So I just said I was going to get a nail appointment since I had some credits. And that spa appointment at tune-up was great. Nicole Charnel says, a great time. Kristen is saying, I like the 8:30 time slot. Thank you, Kristen. And the numbers show that we might be cool with 8:30. We'll see. Janelle says this time works. I'm still at work. Oh, 5 Central. Oh, yeah. So like if I go live at 6 Eastern, like, oh, yeah, y'all are deep in your work day. Okay, everybody likes 8:30. All right, so Monday meetups from here on out will be 8:30 whenever I travel the Monday prior to. Seems like a time works for everyone. Y'all are chatting with each other, so we can keep the party going. Who we got over here? Go Vic says, I'll be on. I'm sorry. Nicole Charnel says, Go Vic, I'll be on that version. Also, Nicole Charnel will be on 2.5. Yeah, Miss Vicky, is that going to be your first time on 2.5? And I will say, Miss Vicky, because you'll probably be with Melanin at Sea, and because like Addie curated Sisterhood at Sea, like I'm guessing they're going to probably do similar vibes where there'll be like brunch, and then everybody going to take forever to eat brunch because of the bottomless mimosas, and the next thing you know, it's going to be the evening time. So it will be interesting, but I want to experience Virgin Voyages as a solo cruiser because I want to see. I know Sig in here has experienced Virgin as a solo cruiser, but I just want to see like exactly what you're asking, Miss Vicky, too. Like, did I have fun because I was with the group, which is not a bad thing, or did I have fun because, or will I have fun as a solo traveler? And I will say I do know like one of the cast members is their job is to wrangle the solo cruisers. Traveling a Bald has a series out on Virgin Voyages as a solo cruiser. And it seemed like he basically went to the one solo cruiser meetup and he made a bunch of connections. So I'm kind of interested to see if that same kind of thing will happen for me. Kelly says, I have started to pack, but these days are getting closer and closer. Listen, I feel like time slipping away from me. Anybody know the Casey and JoJo? Okay. Don't have me out here singing by myself. But yeah, I need to pack because I always go with the intention of like, yeah, I'm going to be packed 2 weeks before this cruise. And then it's the night of the cruise, and I am like running through here with like a chicken with my head cut off. So, yeah, I will say one of my next cruises is with Carnival, and I feel more inclined to like throw anything in the suitcase when it's on Carnival. I did feel more inclined like whenever it's the group cruises or when I was on Virgin to look a little more swanky. But Carnival's easy for me to pack. You're going to get a swimsuit in the morning, some sort of cover up, and like lounge gear in the evenings, maybe 1 or 2 dresses. Whereas some of the other, with group cruises, you got themes, and Virgin, you had to be a little sexy, I felt. So yeah, hopefully she gets packed soon. Keisha Thomas is saying, hey, everyone. Hey, Keisha Thomas, welcome in. I have to respond to your comments on the vlogs. I saw it while I was driving. Don't tell nobody. I was not looking at my phone while driving, but I just so happened to notice that you commented. So I'll be responding soon. Reese Nunn is saying, hey, just saw that Virgin logo cup. Yeah, this is what, and actually I had to pay. Like, even I got on Virgin with like $450 worth of seller loot. I left all Virgin owing them $300. Oops. But yeah, this is one of the things. This is like my new thing. Whenever I go somewhere, I collect the little wine cups that have the lid on it. Not the like, but they're plastic. It's my new, I don't know, it's my new thing. So yeah, this cup is sponsored by Virgin Voyages, but they're not paying me. So hey Virgin, if you want a solo cruiser, holla at you. Holla at me, girl. What we got? Keisha H says, Carmelin for the win. She said, hey, Keisha speaking. Everybody's speaking. What we got? Gina's Rose says, oops, I'll be on Mass 2.5. Virgin here. Oh, okay. A virgin. Yeah, Gina, it was interesting. All of us virgins, the first thing a lot of us said was like, this is so much better than Carnival. So it'll be interesting to see your perspective. But I honestly think like Virgin, they, like I said in one of the vlogs, they take out everything that you don't like about cruising, right? So like I hate having to go, like I don't have a printer. Or I have a printer here, but it always disconnects. It's a Bluetooth printer. Do not recommend. But like having to print out your luggage tags. Virgin doesn't make you print out your luggage tag. Boarding, when you get on, your room is ready versus you having to carry stuff around or try to sneak into your room. So yeah, I appreciate what the product was. Everybody's saying hello. And Kristen is saying, absolutely not. She's my girl. I'm gonna stick beside her. Look, Kristen, somebody gotta stick beside her. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Carnival has not done anything to me to like make me like not like want to go back. I've never had the worst Carnival experience I had was on Valor, and that wasn't like Carnival. It wasn't like it was literally like, I'm like, could y'all play more than country music? Like I like country music, but I mean, like you're literally selling out of New Orleans. Can we get a blues band? Can we get a little bounce music, something? So yeah. But even then, like I ended up meeting some really good people. So we just ended up entertaining ourselves. Sig is saying, I'm a fall, winter, spring. So you cruise every season but summer, Sig, is what you're telling us. Yeah, I don't have too many summer cruises, but I like the deals that come out in the fall, especially after like a lot of the cruise lines, after people or families, you know, kind of inundate the cruises in the summer. Cruise lines drop the prices because they want to get people on board in the winter months. So you can catch some pretty good deals late September. I will say late October, because the Indigenous People Day holiday sometimes spikes things up. And then if you straddle Thanksgiving, you can usually get a pretty decent deal. And if you go early December, you can get a pretty decent deal. And then again, it's like late January. So Carlin for the win says, yes, love Carnival. I do. Again, it's I mean, I like to mix it up, but I appreciate, listen, I'm just gonna be straight with y'all. I think Carnival respects Black dollars, and that's that. And when you respect me, I gotta respect you. Not saying that other lines, I do feel like other lines are very inclusive, but like I feel like as a Black, I identify as a Black woman, and I feel like Carnival gets me, so I'm gonna respect them for that. But I'm gonna try all these other cruise lines too. Like my goal for, again, like I said, next year is gonna be to get on all Oasis class ships. So I'm gonna be trying other lines, but so far, as for me and my house and my what am I going on? Almost 18 cruises. I will say she's currently number one in my book. Sig says, I really enjoy Virgin, but yes, Carnival is still my number one. See, that's just our opinion. I'm curious. Kristen says, Carnival Chef's Kitchen is better, in my opinion, than Test Kitchen. Yeah, I mean, so let's talk about that. So I appreciate Virgin for, let's do like the comparison. Boop, boop, boop. So I have been at Carnival's Test Kitchen. I'm sorry, I've been Chef's Table. I went on Chef's Table in the Valor. I've also been at, I'm sorry, chef's table on Valor. I've been to Test Kitchen on Virgin. And so to compare the two, I do like Virgin gives you the chef's table experience almost for free, meaning it's included in your Virgin Voyages experience. Whereas chef's table, and forgive me if I interchange these, I should say Carnival Chef's Table, it's an added experience. However, you leave out full. And I will say everything that they drop, like everything they drop in front of you, you like it. Or you at least want to try it, you'll eat it. Whereas Virgin does a lot of experimental. You try it, like for instance, I went ahead and tried the peas and the egg, but like that was some missing calories for me because I was like, okay, what's gonna fill me up? Whereas the Carnival Chef's Table is the extra charge, but you get wine included. Whereas Virgin, I had to do I added, so it was Virgin's Test Kitchen was free. However, I added the wine pairing to it. Whereas Carnival Chef Table is a paid for experience, but they offer you red and white wine throughout the experience. So I can see how, yeah, I would agree with Carnival Chef's Table, and probably most of the chef's tables have a leg up because I do think the intent, well, one, you get more plates. I think a little bit the intent is to fill you up. Whereas Test Kitchen, I enjoyed the experience. I thought it was tasty. I ate all my food except for the peas and egg. But I think I might have snuck a little ramen in before I went to get that. So I appreciate that thought, Kristen. Anybody think opposite? Who wants to fight in the chat? Chef's Table over Test Kitchen? Thoughts? Y'all are experienced cruises. I see a lot of OGs in here. What are y'all thinking? Yay or nay? MH Family Adventure says, I'm hoping I like Virgin Voyages when I try them again soon. Didn't like them before, want to try them again. And shout out to you, MH, for like not completely writing them off. Because I know sometimes we have like one bad experience and everybody like, never again. I'm like Disney. I would say like what you said about Virgin Voyage is how I feel about Disney. I did not have the time of my life. And actually a channel, MH, that you all follow, who's the lady with the trains? She does her in is it Endless Adventure? I might be making up names. They do a lot of Amtrak content, but they recently did a lot of cruising. And I could not put Disney into words. And she said what I was feeling about Disney. So she was like, Disney is just basic. It's a basic ship with like a couple dining experiences. And I was kind of like, yeah, that's kind of how I felt. But I am willing to try Disney again. And it also could have been because like with Disney, I had late dining. I'm an early girl. Disney dining goes 2 hours. I want to be in bed. So yeah, I'm willing to try Disney again. I won't say I didn't like it, but Disney was not my favorite. And I feel like that's kind of the vibe you're giving. Like you're not going to write them completely off, but you want to give them another try. I'm interested in seeing your next try because I know you were blaming them on the food, MH. I remember seeing that series. Keisha H saying, hey. Kelly is saying, I've never been on I have never been on Carnival, only Royal. I'm very intrigued to see what MSC is going to give us. Ooh, we can fight about this in the chat too. I prefer MSC over Royal. Let's go. Now, granted, I've been on one MSC cruise. I've been on 2 Royal cruises. For me, I like MSC's entertainment better than Royals. I think Royal specialty dining was better than MSC specialty dining. I hated MSC specialty dining except for Ola Tacos. But yeah, I got off. I went on the Meraviglia. Can't remember when, but that series is out. And about day 2, I was kind of saying I prefer MSC in regards to entertainment over Royal. However, like I said, I still want to get on all of Royal's big ships. And this is me selling Enchantment of the Seas and Oasis of the Seas. And I see. Sorry. I can see Facebook comments pop up. But yeah, I've sold MSC once and Royal twice. And MSC is my current winner in the lead. So yeah. But I'm curious other opinions. But Kelly, I would say get on a Carnival Excel class ship and let's compare all 3. But yeah, looking forward to talking to you more. We can talk about this more when on when we get on MSC together in like 26 days. Desiree is saying, hey, Kristen. Phil and D are saying, Raquel, I think the second time around will be much better. We're hoping so. And I will say highly likely, possibly, because I feel like Virgin has been listening to people. The Virgin brand has always been known to be quirky. Like I flew Virgin Atlantic, whatever one takes you overseas. And they had like even their safety video on planes is just very different. They have the quirks, but I think they realized like to get into like cruisers know cruising deeply. So it's like, yeah, we want some quirky, but we need to see some of the refined elements. So I think they are getting like, how to put their spin on cruising. And I kind of like their spin. And like I said in my vlogs, I think Virgin will find its people and it's unapologetic about the people that it finds. Because when I say the group of cruisers who are on Virgin, like those are some fun people. And not just the Sisterhood of Sea Ladies, like those are some cool people. And then for your Mel and Sea people, Joseph Sykes ended up being on the cruise. So Chris is saying hey to Desiree. Oh, hey, me and I sending peace to the chat. We always need some peace, especially in the chat. But I do want to see y'all tussle a little bit about MSC versus Royal and Carnival versus Virgin, because I'm petty. All right, Gina says, me too. My dream is to do a cross-country road trip. So my friends think I'm crazy. No. Do it, Gina. I want to do it, but the thing about cross country is you have to time it so right because that middle of the country can get really weird. And I remember I went to California one time in March or April. I was going to Lord, I'm drawing a blank. It was one of the national parks that has the large sequoia trees. I'm drawing a blank. But I had to be very careful not to make the wrong turn because they still had blizzard conditions on some parts of their trails. So you have to pick the right time. And then that middle of the country like to have tornadoes, girl. So you got to time it. But I totally want to drive California and fly back. I will also want to do like a train, but I think I want to drive more than do the train. So Keisha Asia saying, hey, me and I. Ife says Pearl Harbor is where my office will be located. Thanks though. Okay, cool. Well, again, safe move. Best wishes to you. And if I'm ever in Pearl Harbor, I'm gonna hit you up because that's one of my goals is to get to Hawaii, go to Pearl Harbor, and I want to cry because I just love the history behind not necessarily the moment, but I like how the history is archived and preserved at Pearl Harbor. Me and I say, hey, Queen K. Janelle says, see, don't make me show up with my RV and let's hit the road. That would be, talk about a travel series. Our bougie butts in an RV for what? Like, how long does it take to get across country, y'all? Like a week? You think? So, yeah. Permanent move. I'm in technology. Will be near Hickman Air Force Base. Well, that's not a bad place to move. Shout out to you for moving to Hawaii. Me and I says Team Gemini. Yes. Gemini, we're intense folks. We're very balanced. Okay, this is why we can groove. Miss Vicky's a Gemini. Me and I are Geminis. Sig is saying, oh, same here. I want to repeat Virgin and a few more lines solo. It is different when you are with a group. Say it again. It is different when you are with the group. So yeah, I would say you should try out different lines and different. I'm not saying like everybody should go solo. I enjoy solo travel, but I think solo travel allows me to like really get into some of the intricacies and be able to, explain things and get a better feel. Some of plug, have to remember to plug. I am a travel advisor, but I like to, something about solo allows me to like really think about like, who is this trip for? Who's this trip not for? Whereas sometimes when you're with a group, you are like just distracted by different things and you don't want to make like you don't want to like, align people in like a cruise experience because like, you're like, yes, that was the time of my life. And it was like, okay, was the cruise and the cruise line the time of your life? Or was it the people that you were with that created the experience? So that's one of the perks of solo cruising. You really get to like see and feel things for yourself. Thank you, MH. MH Family Adventure says adult summer camp. perfect description about Virgin Voyages. Yeah, like even when you're at what's the beach club at Bimini, they literally have like Red Rover and what's the thing, tug of war games and like tag. And so yeah, I think Virgin Voyages, no, I'm not gonna say that. I need to. I'm gonna go one more time, but I definitely think adult summer camp are like the activities, where you either be in the pool or somebody's leading painting, somebody's leading. They even had like what is it called? The GIMP. Y'all remember GIMP making? Yeah. Me and I are saying, "Hey, Sig, MH." People are speaking. All right, Taryn. Hey, Taryn, girl. Since I'm going on Virgin Voyages again, so I can compare experiences. Exactly. Yeah, Taryn. I mean, I it was a great group cruise, but I want to feel Virgin when it's like I wake up and the only thing that's here to entertain me is this cruise line. And then I can be able to really give you all a thorough assessment. But I will say, she left a great impression. Nicole Charnel has a question. Thank you, Nicole. She says, "What do you like the most on group cruises? What do you like most about cruising solo?" Cool. I think what I like, if y'all can't tell, I like to run my mouth. Uh, that's why y'all always see me chatting in the group chats, popping up on these lives. I like talking. I like sitting down and talking to people, and like bouncing ideas, debating, people watching. So I think group cruises, something with the group cruises I don't get with solo is like, I know at some point during a group cruise, I'm going to sit in like a lobby or out on the Lido deck or in a restaurant, and we're going to have like a 2 or 3 hour conversation with folks. And I like that. Like, I like picking people's brains, talking, getting to meet folks like that. And I think one thing about solo cruising is like, unless I make a connection with some people, which some cruises it happens and some cruises it doesn't, I could just, you just kind of sitting around watching other people, or watching the movies, or it's a more quiet experience, which I'm fine too with that. Like, the reason why cruising is one of my favorite things is I am a busy person. Cruising is probably the only type of vacation that makes me disconnect. Like, when I like land-based travel, but like with land-based travel, I gotta go and look and see, like, okay, if I want to go to this restaurant, how can I get there safely? How much does it cost? Which, am I going to take a cab? Am I going to do Uber? Like, you're constantly thinking. Whereas cruising, you literally get on and you can say, do I want to turn my phone off and disconnect from internet, or do I want to, like, so I like cruising for that. What I like about cruising solo though is I get to make my own time and space when I cruise solo. So when I cruise solo, it's kind of like, if I want to sleep in, I can do that. If I want to go take a nap and disappear, I can do that. And if I can move quickly, because one thing, group cruises, not everybody gonna be on time. Somebody gonna be late. You gotta wait. So you gotta move at the group's pace. Whereas literally, like, I'm an independent person. I can move, shake, go, wake, move, get up, meet. I don't got nobody to meet up with. Just go, and I don't have to check in. I can just move at the pace that I want to move at, because I move very fast. So yeah, that's what I think I like about. What do you like most about group cruises? Feel free, anybody else, to answer that. What do you like most about group cruises versus solo cruises? And I think group is because you have at least a core set of like-minded people, whereas solo, you have to. Sometimes some cruises I build that, and some cruises I don't. I'm trying to think, like, what cruise did I get on and like I didn't make any connections with anybody. Probably Oasis of the Seas, because I'm trying to think. I've done a lot of solo cruises, but I think Oasis of the Seas. Oh, Enchantment of the Seas. Oh, hey, Royal. Oops. Yeah, Enchantment of the Seas. I think I didn't leave the ship with like making any deep connections. I would just kind of go to the Latin bar and watch people dance and drink the mojitos, which I was fine with, and read my book. Oasis of the Seas, I would go to the music hall every night, and like, it was cool. Like, you walk in and the band will kind of just like, acknowledge you. Every other night it might be somebody who was sitting next to me that I'll kind of say hey to or whatever. But yeah, there's a couple of cruises I've been on that I didn't make any like, connections, in the sense of like, oh, hey, let's go have dinner, or hey, I'm going to go meet you at the Lido deck, or hey, let's go meet up in the club afterwards. I needed this bar. Trying to think. Valor, I had really great people. Now maybe airlines and solo cruises. Trying to I'm sitting here trying to think, but those two stick out: Oasis and Enchantment. So hey, Royal, make more connections for your solo cruises, because that right now y'all are the only ones I'm thinking off the top of my head that I have not. I went on a cruise, at least for my channel, and made no connections with people. Yeah, I think yeah, because Carnival, Valor, I made connections with people. uh MSC Meraviglia, I went solo and made tons of connections with people. But yeah, so far Royal was I think Royal might have been the one. I'm trying to go through my head, but I want to get stuck on that point in the chat. Vicky is saying hey. They're saying hey. Bo knows Fuego. Hey Bo, you got your little biceps out. Saying they love 8:30 Eastern time. Okay, we got a winner. D said, oh, she sings. We'll be joining me at karaoke. No, D, you owe us an A selection and a B selection, D. You about to owe us a whole album, because we've been on 3 cruises and we haven't got our songs. Duet by D and C. Hey, I'm down, but I feel like D is about to outsing me, because I do karaoke for the fun of it. I feel like D is one of the people that like can actually sing. So I feel like we need to split up the karaoke from like the singers and the people who sing in the shower, because that's a difference. Kelly says, I'll be a background singer. Okay, now we got to find something that people are dancing. Bo knows Fuego says, I have 20 cruises with Carnival. Just took my first with Royal. I love cruising, but if I had to make a choice, I'm going to go Carnival. Bo, I think you should try Virgin Voyages. Them chesticles say you like Virgin Voyages, so you should try that one. Kelly and D says, the more the merrier. Kelly's ready to travel. Kristen says, wow, I thought it was just me with the Bluetooth printer that never stays connected. Yeah, somebody's Bluetooth printers, I don't know, but mine is currently offline. I ain't never put it back online. And I ain't gonna tell y'all how last time I was at FedEx, y'all live in the hood. Actually, this wasn't even the hood. This is on Capitol Hill or Eastern Market area. Y'all, I was in the FedEx printing. This dude comes in a ski mask. And so, you know, my butt clenched up a little bit, because I was like, oh Lord, I never been robbed a day in my life. And goes to the thing and like grabs all these like wireless headphones. Y'all, when I say I was shooken, I was like, if this printer don't print so I can go home. So yeah, y'all be safe in these streets, but DC me tripping a little bit lately. Hi, Miss Edna. Non-cruise story time. Cruise Bolero saying, hey. Feeling D says, Diana Ross and the Supremes. Hey. Summer, Janelle says she cruises with kids we cruise in the summer because of kids. Yeah. I ain't got none of those. So I cruise, I think, all year round. Actually, though, my family cruises tend to be in the summer. My family cruises, actually, this year we did April because of spring break. And then this year we're going to do next year we're doing Memorial Day 2024. Janelle says, plus now we have to make it up. People are speaking to Edna, and she says, oh, they have to make it up for their kids for going on Virgin without them. Janelle, you are the individual and your husband in that house with a job. Them kids don't have they been doing their chores? Look, don't let Auntie C be like Santa and check the naughty and nice cruise list to see, you know, what's been up. People are speaking of Cruise Bolero. There was a pop outside my window. DC is wild right now. Carmen for the lens says, I want to try all the cruise lines as well. Yep, my point is to get there. So far, I've been to enough. I did Norwegian. I've done Carnival. I've done Royal. I've done Disney. I've done Virgin. I've done Margaritaville at Sea. She's balanced. And I don't think I'm missing anybody. Oh, Celebrity might be. I thought I heard that. Celebrity will be in the mix. I heard the sirens. So yeah, my neighborhood is being a neighborhood at the moment. Celebrity will be in the arsenal for the cruises coming up in December/November. Dark Theme, welcome in. I am doing well, Dark Theme. How are you? Carmen for the win is waving. Toya, hey, Latoya Williams, I think you are new to the chat. Welcome in. Janelle says, hubby says chef's table, but I'm a test kitchen. But he does like the cocktail pairings on test kitchen. I will say for test kitchen, the thing I'll put a notch in test kitchen's belt is the wine. So Carnival, you're going to get the usual house wine that they give out, whatever they give out during, what is it called? The first night at the steakhouse, the red and the white, that's what they give during test kitchen. Whereas, I'm sorry, during chef's table. Test kitchen, however, if you do the upcharge, I did not do the cocktail pairings. I know some people might have had some mixed reviews for the cocktail pairings, but the wine they selected at Test Kitchen, I didn't have a bad glass of wine. It was probably like one that I was like, I wouldn't sit around the house and drink this. But for the most part, those wines were pretty good. Cruz Valero saying hey to Janelle. Everybody saying hello. Kristen H says, I do like the pairings on Virgin. Both experiences were good, though. I wouldn't do Test Kitchen again. Yeah, and for my next Virgin cruise, I went ahead and did the I made my dinner reservations today. So one of the reservations that I'm planning on doing, or two of the things I planned, is I'm not doing Test Kitchen again. I would go because I want to get on that B menu, but it's going to be a short one, so I don't think I'll make the B menu. But I am doing the wake. I did not have the wake for dinner. I had the wake for brunch on Sisterhood at Sea. And I'll be at, I think I got Razzle, or I'm gonna get to Razzle Dazzle for brunch. I did not make brunch for Razzle Dazzle Sisterhood at Sea. So you'll see a couple new experiences for me. Let's see. People are giving love to Dark Theme, waving hello. Y'all such a good welcoming committee. Kelly is saying, I have early dining, but I hope it isn't too early for me because I hate going to bed hungry. Yeah, Kelly, I'm an early eater. Like I'll have dinner at like 5 or 6. MSC has some really late dining, but I will say, like, there might have been one night when I was on Mirabilia that I had to go to the the pizza place and get something before going to sleep. But yeah, I'm not sure about but I prefer early dining for most of my cruises because I like to do the activities. So I like to get dining out of the way and then basically do activities all evening until I get ready to go to bed. So that's kind of my setup. And that's another reason why I like Disney for me. I don't know if I had that great of a time because my group picked late dining on Disney. Well, I feel like I didn't see a lot of the activities because literally it would be like hang out on the deck, take a nap, and then get ready for dinner. And then you're in dinner until like almost, it was late. And there wasn't a lot of activities, I feel like, in the evening on Disney. So if I were to do Disney again, and my tip to y'all is to do early dining if you can on Disney. I know that fills up early because of the kiddos. But yeah, I can't call it, Kelly. But I prefer early dining on cruises because I want to eat and then I want to just do shows, talk, chill, whatever until I'm ready to go to bed. And I don't like to stop activities to like go eat. Philin D says MSC over Royal. D said those are final words. Oh Lord, D. She said, but we did enjoy MSC though. Yeah, D is a loyal to Royal because Phil's series that's currently out where he is on I don't want to lie about the cruise. Was it Voyager of the Seas? Phil has a series out, a bachelor party on Royal, and he left D at home. But yeah, they both did MSC together. I don't know. I think MSC is the win. We're gonna see if MSC Seascapes gives me the same thing that I got on Mirabilia. I will bump it. My top. Oh no! Then I got Norwegian. Ooh, I will go Carnival. Currently, I think I'm at Carnival, Virgin, Norwegian. I only did one Norwegian. That Prima. Whew, the food on Prima. Carnival, Virgin, Norwegian, Royal, Disney of the 5 lines. I gotta plug Margaritaville at Sea. Yeah. So that's the current lineup, folks, with 19, however many cruises under my belt. But that lineup can change any moment now because again, we got 4 cruises coming up. Keisha H says, let me say something besides hello. Nothing, just It's okay, Keisha. We need a welcoming committee because if not, I wouldn't know who all to say hello to. And I want everybody to feel like they are welcome and included in this conversation and can chime in. Carmlin for the win. Carmlin, I think this is your first time commenting on the channel, maybe. She says, I want to try MSC. However, I'm a little afraid from all the negative reviews I've seen on them. I do plan to experience them for myself. Yeah, I did MSC for the first time as a solo cruiser. I was watching Parkers on the Go's video. I watched MH, and I think it could just be a ship issue with the seashore. But I won't say that because Meraviglia had. If you heard me in my video, I think I'm gonna stick to this. MSC is not for a first time cruiser. I feel like. And the reason why I say that is because when I was on Meraviglia, a lot of people were first-time cruisers because of the deals that MSC was giving. And people were having a horrible time. And I think it was like, I hope it wasn't scaring them from, but like people were like, yeah, I was listening to this one lady talk from her balcony and she was just like, I don't think I could ever cruise again. I also say that because I also say it's not for first-time cruises. Like as an experienced cruiser, I know what to watch for. Like I can see the BS coming. Like I can see like, oh, this is about to be a situation. Abort. Let me go a different way. Let me avoid that. I'm not about to get on the elevators. I'm just take the steps. Oh, I'm not gonna go to the buffet. I'm just gonna go a lot of tacos because I know it's gonna stress me out. So I do a really good job now of like, here come the things. Oh, I'm gonna take my luggage off the I'm gonna roll my luggage off the ship because I heard y'all be losing stuff. So I would say MSC is kind of for like the people who know how to like you can kind of see when the mess up is coming. However, I will say I just had a client get off MSC Seascape, and she had a good old time. So she went for her birthday. Her and actually another lady who was a solo cruiser. Now the other lady who was a solo cruiser, she did say the 7-day cruise was a bit long. However, the birthday girl enjoyed it. I was asking her, I was like, did y'all see the racism? Did y'all see she said, because I was kind of telling her, she's like, well, Carly, I think because like the YouTube, like certain things that she said she felt like people were looking for, you look for. And she's like, yeah, I never heard that. So I wasn't like prone to look at it. And I was like, oh, that's interesting perspective. One thing that she did point out though about MSC, she said it was not the cruise line. She said the MSC Seascape or her sailing, she said it was very diverse. And she said that convergence of all those cultures, she said she came with tempered expectations, knowing that. And when she initially saw like how many diverse folks that they're like when I say diverse, like different backgrounds of, she said there was a strong Middle Eastern population, there was a strong European population. It was a few cousins on board. So she said with that, she said, yeah, there were people who kind of cut in front of line. And she said it could have been either because she was like, culture, because she was like they drive on the other side of the road, or she said there were a couple people who like felt entitled, and she said she kind of just spoke up and was like, hey, line back here, and still in line to get her bacon. So she said she really enjoyed MSC. She said she never felt like she was skipped over. She said there was a woman who felt like she was skipped over and like started fussing people out, but she had a good old time. And I was like proud. I was prying her, like I was like, did you see that? Did you ever feel like you were skipped over? Did you see this? And she said, no, she did not feel like that. But she did say for her, it was the other cruisers sometimes would be the ones that you would just, need to give a little gentle check. So, yeah, I'll say try MSC. I would say try them if the price is right so that, you can be able to get in here in this chat and say like, this is how I feel. Yeah, they did that. No, they didn't do that. So we can all have a good old discussion and, compare our experiences. But I would say like, never, this channel I established because I want to see, I like seeing stuff. Like the reason why I went on Margaritaville at Sea as a solo cruiser. Like I want to see, what the thing is. So that's kind of me, where I do know some people use, and that's why I also have this YouTube channel of like, you use people's opinions because you're trying to garner like, is this worth my money? Is this not worth my money? Is this worth my time? Should I try it? Should I not try it? Am I going to like, enjoy the experience? So, choose your own adventure. Ain't nothing right. None of us really know how this life works. We all living and breathing together, baby. Gina's World says, I'm not a fan of Royal. It's cool, but I've never been on an Oasis class. I'm trying MSC Meraviglia in 2 weeks. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see how you like Meraviglia. Because I will say it was some hit and miss moments on Mirabilia too. Hopefully they get that boarding situation together. I had a terrible boarding situation on Mirabilia. But I will say after that first day, I also didn't set myself up. I did not try to go up to the buffet. I went to Ola Tacos because I knew it was about to be a shenanigans. And after sitting there for so long, because they basically something happened with the tide. They said it was either a tide issue or the gangway was broken. But I got in the terminal early and we ended up sitting for almost 2 hours. So when I got on board, I was hangry and I noticed I was hangry. So I said, let me just go ahead and get myself right and not try to go to the buffet hangry with an attitude, because that was going to be a recipe for disaster for myself and anyone else I encountered. But after like day one, I ended up meeting they sat the solo cruises together. I really enjoyed their entertainment. They have a lot of trivia, if that's your thing. They have some unique experiences like dancing with the employees. That was kind of fun to watch because they were cutthroat. They were like, nah, we ain't. They were really out there Simon Cowell judging folks. So that was kind of fun. Gina says, I want to try the Oasis class. So yes, try it. And who is it? New York has Symphony of the Seas coming as of May 2024. So Royal's about to switch out. I think Oasis of the Seas was there. Now Anthem of the Seas was there. Now at some point Symphony of the Seas is going to be there. So I'm sorry, I'm saying there. If you are in the New York area, I'm not sure, Gina, where you're from, but for us Northerners, we now have another Oasis class ship that's swapping into the New York cruise port. Kelly Ann Tony says, I love Allure of the Seas when I went on it. I'm looking forward to trying Allure of the Seas. I would have jumped on Terry's what's his name, Brotherhood cruise, not to participate in Brotherhood activities, but to just get on Allure and probably run my mouth with Addie, because that would have helped me check off my list. But I already have another Super Bowl cruise. But I do have Allure booked for 2024 at some point. Yes, thank you, Keisha H. You better be cultured. Yosemite. I flew into California and went to Yosemite National Park. And yes, be careful when you're driving across country, because I went in March when I was working in a school and literally parts of Yosemite were still under blizzard conditions. So yeah, you have to time those cross country road trips correctly. Keisha H is waving. Kelly Ann says, from Tennessee to California is 3 days. Okay, I need the DC math. What's the math from DC to California? I'm guessing 3 more days. And at some point you need to recover. Ken Hill says, I want to do the train ride to DC. Ken Hill, are you flirting? Kristen H says, that's funny. You say that about group cruises. I'll get Ghost in a minute. I did on Mass 1.0 and SAS. Listen, Kristen, we skipped the white party together on Mass 1.0. So yeah, I mean, I tried, like, okay, so like this cruise coming up on 2.0, because it's a 7-day cruise, I think I'm gonna be more inclined to like dip out on certain moments. And I also know, I believe as Rich and Jazz, they were kind of saying like they're going to try to build more moments in, like it's just kind of rest, because 2.5, no, 1.5, losing track of these numbers. 1.5 was literally like action, jammed, packed. Like, I love wine, and I even got to the wine event late because I was like, so yeah. But I think, like, I don't know, I want to dip out, but then I feel like the moments I dip out, FOMO, like I ended up missing like the stuff that I really want to see, or like something funny happens. So yeah. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how the 2.0 goes. Kelly Angel is saying, this will be my first group cruise and I'm ready because I don't have anything planned other than the events they have scheduled. Oh, cool. Yeah, Melanin at Sea was my first group cruise too. I was looking at other people do group cruises, and I was like, oh, I want to go on a group cruise, but I kind of was like, am I going to be like the outsider if I go? So I was happy to see Melanin at Sea to do, like, my first group cruise was to be with them. Like, yes, I can engage with people of other cultures, etc., but it was something about a whole bunch of Black folks who like cruising together, and we had a good old time. It's like a family reunion. Keisha H says, saying, I'm looking forward to my first group cruise. What's your first group cruise, Keisha H? What's your first group cruise? Janelle is saying, speaking of karaoke, I do like Virgin has karaoke anytime, even though I still haven't gotten to do it. Yeah, and here's a tip. If you go on Virgin and the little private karaoke rooms in the groupie are allegedly booked, just kind of hang around. And if the person who signed up for it, well, to get signed up for the groupie, you have to go the day of. So you have to get down there in the morning and sign yourself up. This is for everybody else who might be interested in like the groupie. Some of you all probably saw me do the karaoke and the ladies' karaoke experience. Well, what happened was everything was booked up. Carla G wanted to do karaoke, and we were like, we cannot get off the ship and not do karaoke for Carla. So we, after dinner one night, we went down there, and it was booked up. I think they said we only got like a small 30-minute spot, and it was like 8 of us. So like we knew 30 minutes was not going to work. However, they said like if the people behind you have like 8 minutes or something like that, they have a time that if they don't show up, you get to keep the room. So 2 things: either you can go down there, just hang around and wait for somebody to miss their spot and jump in, or you can get there early one morning, sign up, and get in there. Kristen H. Kristen, like, look, Kristen, like, I have people in my life who are like my people at home, and Kristen is one of my cruise people. Kristen and I had a whole 4-hour conversation one Sunday evening, just talking our faces off. And Kristen, I appreciate you for that, because I needed it. I think we both needed that good kiki. But anyway, yeah, I said it. But am I lying? Like, I think he would have a good time on Virgin Voyages. Okay, Kelly Ann is saying, I'm leaving my kids for Alaska cruise next July because it's my birthday and I'm trying to turn up. All right, now look, I don't know what the turn up is on Alaska cruise, so you are doing 3.0. Well, now it'll probably be a turn up because of who you're gonna be with. Also, her celebrity has good entertainment if you're talking about 3.0. But it's gonna be interesting to get the vibes of like Alaska with Melanin at Sea. Yeah. I would say try to turn up on 2.0. I'm not saying it's not happening on 3.0, but it's Alaska. It's a more expensive cruise. It'll be interesting to see, like, now, hell, I mean, people on the West Coast might inundate the numbers, but it'll be interesting to see, like, because we've been cruising out of Florida, see like what the shift is with the West Coast cruise. And I also heard like Alaska is not a turn up, but I also heard Celebrity Edge is a little sexy, so it might be exciting. Keisha is saying, I didn't know how to spell it. Gina's World says, went on the Carnival Glory and made a connection with the Latin band in 2022. And the same band moved to Celebration in 23, and they remembered me. It's cool to make that connection. Yeah, because like if you don't connect with the people, you do want to make a connection with like the band members, the bartender, something. At least because, like, if you go to the bar, this is that one bartender who might spark up conversation with you, etc. But I'm also good with, I will just carry my book around. If I'm not entertained, I'm gonna read that book or listen to live music. Kristen H says, a shiesty mask in a FedEx printing store is, girl. And that's what, like, and Kristen, I'm so goofy because like I turn around, like I heard the door. I was at the printer right next to the door, and I turn around, I hear, and I look up, and I was like, he has on a ski mask in the FedEx, and I said, hello, literally spoke to the robber, and then like I turned back to my thing, and I was like, oh shoot, he's about to rob the thing. So I'm standing there. I was standing next to the door. However, I'm also like, I'm not trying to be stereotypical, right? Like, I'm like, this is my brother. Well, brother went around the corner. Luckily, it wasn't the full-on blown robbery situation, thank goodness. But friend helped himself to several of those little Bluetooth things and ran right out the store. And I said, get me out of this FedEx now. Kristen says, I should have done the wine. The cocktails were gross. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Kristen. When somebody said they enjoyed the cocktails, I was like, I've heard from maybe, was it you and somebody else? It was 2 people I heard from C who said they did not like the cocktail pairings. And I wouldn't be able to hang with the cocktail pairings, to be honest, but the wine was good. Ken Hill says, I'm doing Royal Utopia 2024 and can't wait for MSC World America in 2025. We got similar cruise tastes, because I will be on Royal Utopia 2024, and I will be, I have World America 2025 booked. So I'm telling y'all, I'm trying all these cruise lines. My issue now is I gotta figure out when I'm gonna get my land base in, because I feel like I've been so cruise heavy that my land vacations are getting um overlooked, and I also feel like I'm not budgeting for land based vacations. I do know for 2025 I have a friend with a birthday who's going to Brazil, so I will probably, and I also have 2 cruises booked in 2025 already. So again, if you have a group cruise, friends, y'all need to stop holding out on these dates and start releasing them if you can. But I have 2 cruises for 2025 already booked. I know a friend has threatened me already and put their claim on their birthday in Brazil for February 2025, which is also what's going on 20. Oh, the time that they have it booked is around what's the thing called? Carnival. So, and I'm not sure if they're paying attention to that. If so, it's going to be really expensive. I honestly hope if it's around Carnival that they pick another location, but they're going to support my birthday, so I got to support theirs. Who we got? And I think I'm about to go back to South Africa probably to ring 2024 into 2025. And so yeah. So I'll probably slow down the cruises in 2025. 2025 might be more land based. Who we got? Sig is saying, I'm doing my first MSC cruise in November to try for myself despite the mixed reviews. I'm looking forward to your take on MSC, Sig, as the veteran cruiser you are. Kelly Antonia says, that is good to know she didn't feel that way. Yeah, talking about my client for MSC. Yeah, I called her last week at some point. She just got off, I think October 15th-ish, and I wanted to pick her brain. And I was really just like asking her questions like, did you, all the things that we said, like, was the service bad? Was it nasty? Like, what was going on? She said the food is European, doesn't have a lot of like seasoning and MSG in it. But everything else, she was kind of like, she was expecting, because they're European cruise line, and she was also expecting the variety of cultures and their interpretation of manners, because we all have different varieties of those. So yeah, all that to say, even though my client says she had a great time, I'm going to go and see what kind of time I have on MSC Seascape. So that's that. Adventures with Carnita, the travel agent, says hello. Hey, Carnita, welcome in. She's saying bye. They're saying bye. They're saying bye. Okay, Romer says, when I was in college, we did a New York to LA road trip in 5 days, but we were not rushing and stopped in Vegas along the way. Honest. So that was like a multi-day ticket to do the stops. And did y'all get like a sleeper car or something? Sig is saying, same here about the group cruises. My first one, I realized I was still acting like I was a solo. Hardly saw the group. So used to sailing solo. And my thing with this, oh, well, yeah. So I have it sandwiched. I have literally a solo cruise, a group cruise, a semi-group cruise, a solo cruise. So all that to say, I will be able to prepare myself for the group cruises, and then recover from the group cruises. I would say it's a strategy, but it's more like a sickness. Kelly Ann says, I'm talking about 3.0. I'm going to turn up on 2.0 too. That's why I have the drink package. Yeah, I will say I appreciate that drink package on MSC. And somehow I upgraded my drink package. And by upgrading my drink package, I ended up with an upgraded room. But I'm not complaining. Feeling decent. Hey, Kelly, pace yourself and stretch, okay? We don't need nobody fall in the corner nowhere. Kristen H is laughing. Jeremy and Cheryl's cruise adventure are saying hello. Hey, the Monet, what's up? Phil D says, yes, see, get those land-based in. Can't wait to kick it on our Cancun vlogs. Yes, that's going to be exciting. And you know what? Cancun is one that's a nice quick getaway. And between Cancun and Jamaica to fly in, like just a really quick, like, get your all-inclusive experience in. So it'll be cool to see that. Phil says, I can't hang, especially if Tony Kelly is saying, I can't hang, especially if I have a full tummy. Fastest Tree is looking. Fastest Tree, what y'all looking at? My DC comments? Fastest Tree or my neighbor? Fashion Tree DC has been lunching lately with all the shenanigans. So Phil and Kelly are talking. Everybody saying hello. Kelly says, I'm ready. We're going to see who's going to tap out first, but it won't be me. I ain't even challenging people like that. Nope. Cause I hate, which one was it? Celebration, the inaugural celebration, fooling with Addie and Terry. I had Sig ran into me. My first time meeting Sig Cruiser, I was hungover. And Sig was so kind because I was just like, nice to meet you. I can't talk or look straight anymore. And Sig did not judge me. So thank you, Sig. They're saying, hey. So yeah, y'all, we're gonna wrap this up a little bit. But my announcement, I was talking so much. Basically, my announcement is I am going to homecoming. Yay! So we get a little bit of land-based trip. And I'm not sure if I went to Hampton University. I'm not sure if I'm gonna vlog this. I might try it out. So y'all, so I got this thing. So this is my personal phone. And this is what I've been, what is it called? Doing all my filming. So my vlogs, y'all, between this thing and where's the other little thing? The DJI, this thing. This is where y'all been getting all your vlog content, right? But the issue with this thing is if the phone is battery's about to die, if I need to make a call or anything like that, like I missed something. So like some of my vlogs are elements that I missed because like I need to keep my phone charged or but anyway, or I don't have my tripod set up or my mic is not set up. So I know some people are like, well, why don't you just buy a camera instead of buying another iPhone? And for me, because I do a lot of solo, I feel like it's very discreet to kind of film on my phone. Now, granted, sometimes the tripod gives you away or the DJI thingy. But I figured like I would just stick with my phone. What is it? Filming from a phone versus getting a big camera set up. I'm not a big tech girl, so I at least know how like I can plug in the microphone, keep going. I think we get pretty good. I think I give y'all quality videos from the phone. So yeah, I got this and we'll see how it goes. But all that to say for my homecoming, I don't know. Do y'all want to vlog? Like, I feel like the world is not going to understand homecoming. Like y'all might understand homecoming, but I think I might do IG just to test this out, or maybe I'll do like a makeshift vlog or something. I also don't want to be vlogging, and then homecoming is a hard event to vlog because people be on hall passes and bunned up with people they're not supposed to be bunned up with. Child. But yeah, I want to test this out because after homecoming, we have, which the next meetup will be October 30th. We have another cruise coming up. So that will be my first full-on vlog using my new camera and new setup. So maybe I'll try it out this weekend at homecoming. But shout out to all you HBCU folks. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Some remaining little housekeeping notes. Let's see. So yeah, our next meetup is Monday, October 30th. We're going to do the same 8:30 time slot. That will be a cruise announcement. I think I previewed a lot of what you should be looking for coming up. And then we're going to be, again, we got 4 cruises stacked between now and the middle of December. So make sure y'all hit the thumbs up, notification bell so you can get all that information. And I will see y'all on the 30th. Let's see quickly in the comments. She says, I remember that. Fashion Tree says, DC is off the chain right now. DC is absolutely off the chain, y'all. A lot of our major cities, a lot of people are trying to recover from, the financial situations. And I just constantly pray that like nobody who's nobody who's not in the shenanigans, doesn't catch any strays. And just safety. This is my first year or two where like I question now, like, am I living in the right place? I'm looking over my shoulder because people have gotten desperate. So all that to say, y'all be safe out here in these streets. But who we got here? Michael said, hey, Taryn is saying, homecoming footage. See, it can't be on the internet. So what I think I want to do is just probably trial this out for my IG. So tap into my IG at COC underscore. Yeah, because I can see now, Taryn, I will put a homecoming vlog together and I can see somebody DMing me like, hey C, can you take that down? My husband done. That's not a good thing. But anywho, y'all be safe. Y'all take care. I will see y'all October 30th, 8:30 for our next cruise announcement. Ow, this is C with C. Thanks for chatting with me. And until next time, I will see you in the next video.